Hello, everyone. This is Jennifer Jennings, your intuitive astrologer here in Nashville, Tennessee. Thank you so much for joining me once again as we are taking a trip around the zodiac, and this is the third house series. This video is about the moon in the third house and what it means a little bit to have the moon here in the third house. The moon is reflective. The moon is intuitive. The sign that the moon rules is Cancer. And so there's this cardinal feminine water energy here in the third house that is a masculine air and mutable. And so we are having this duality with the air and the water. And so very much a feeling with communication here. The moon is all about reflecting on the home and reflecting on decisions. And so the moon here can have that contradictory type of communication where you may be contradictory with your communication, or you may second guess yourself a whole lot with how you feel. And the way that you feel and the way that you are communicating could be, like a trance, like, psychic, medium. The moon is loyal. She is, I feel, and the third house of communications where Mercury rules is the I think. This is the lower octave of Uranus. This is all about your siblings and the way that you communicate, your early learning when you were growing up. And so a lot of how you communicate is how you feel. You may be very generous with your compliments. And with Mercury being the power of the mind, this could really give you a good advantage over, arts such as regression hypnotherapist, any type of therapist. Once they have understood that hidden anger with the moon here in the third house, there is some hidden anger that will come out in the way that you speak, in the way that you communicate, because you are a communicator that is communicating with nothing but feeling. The moon can be unsettling at times. And so there is this darkness that can come over the way that you speak. Poetry, someone who really understands the way that they feel and the way that the mind, body, the reaction and attitudes, behaviors could really make someone an excellent psychotherapist. The moon here in the third house could have you reflecting on a sibling. Maybe a sibling passed away. Maybe there is something that, is keeping you from communicating with the sibling. And so you reflect on that sibling and that childhood or that learning environment. Of course, other aspects here in the third house with the moon would change the ball game somewhat. And so it's very important that we would look at your entire chart to see what the story is really all about. What is your story really all about? Like, what is your purpose? And so if you have the moon here in the third house, I can guarantee you that there is a lot of emotion that's going on with the way that you communicate. And if you are a writer or a poet, anything that can get you out of this feeling and put it into that communication house. You're healing through writing, or you are healing through singing. There are great things that can happen when we do reflect and we do understand what that moon is actually trying to convey to us in our inner knowing. And so that's basically what it would be like to have your moon here in the third house. And the next planet we are going to go over here in the third house is Mercury, and Mercury rules this third house. So join me next time as we are taking a trip around the zodiac here in the third house series. Thank you so much.